Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 for Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. I don't know if I've told you lately, but I really don't like trading corrections. And that's pretty much what we had today. But all in all, I stuck to my rules. I kept my sanity about me. And I had a lucrative trading day. And all that really suggested wasn't like a massive hit. And it was not a massive profit, but it was a decent profit. And I contributed to the accounts I needed to contribute to. So it was lucrative. I followed my rules. I did take some hits. I did make the money back, etc. And so that's kind of what I want to put out there. But having said that, we're doing another correction. So I've taken a look at the labeling thus far. And I've moved back to a previous one, but a little bit different, but it's one that is showing the internal and then the different subdivisions. And so this one is back to being within its third subdivision instead of two. And so as you can see, there is the intermediate wave 2. So intermediate wave 3 begins minor 1, minor 2, minute 1, minute 2, subminute 1, subminute 2, and this subminute 3 is going to come in way down here. The third wave, I still think, has got a lot of power, but I was getting caught up in how it was going to extend itself down there. Redoing the count and then measuring this, the minute third is what I'm into, and that's the one I can measure out, and it fits so much cleaner and gets me to the levels that I think we should be getting to without violating or skirting any other abilities, but just understanding how big the minor third wave is. And so that is the part that kind of the light goes on and I can see it, and it makes me feel a little bit more confident than that. Yes, we still have downside, and all of this nonsense talk that we're hearing about, they came in today and they tried to rally the market, and I'm not sure why. But it does just seem that the word is going around. It's like, hey, we're reaching a major low here, and we're going to rally. We're going to do it next week. And it's like, okay, so you're announcing when you're going to move in and start covering shorts. This I find quite amazing. So whatever the effort is, I don't know if it'll actually come through or not. I think that the power of what's happening outside will overcome that. And what ends up happening, like we saw today, they made several attempts to really push the market back above 12,500, and it didn't work. It failed, and at the end, it continued to fail. Some not so important, but important earnings reports came out. One of them was Coinbase, which I believe is here in the NASDAQ, or at least it trades through the NASDAQ. And Coinbase was, skirting with $300 or $400 several months ago, and right now is quoted at 62.15 at 62.32, closed at 70, almost 73, and that at 73 was down $10.52, and now we're down another 10 plus in the after hours after the earnings came out. Not a pretty picture. Another one, Upstart Holdings. So they're gone from, I think, 350 down to 33. So this major tech collapse is happening. They're covering it up by plowing everything into Apple, doing what they're doing into the Titans. It's a false narrative when the reality is, and Apple may deserve every penny it's getting. Every rise in the stock price could be well earned. I don't know that. All I know is that this whole unfolding scenario, this serious downside move is happening. And I believe it gets to a point where even the big Titans can't sustain the buying because it's just unsustainable. It's not, and what I'm trying to say is not that Apple's a bad company, but everything is changing. Everything needs to be repriced. including how we do business and where and what the cost of that business is. What are the real earnings going to be under an inflationary scenario, when inflation is not going to go away anytime soon, when the Fed is still behind in what they need to do to keep a tighter control on how high interest rates will go. And they're going to go according to inflation. When too much money remains in hands and a little bit too careless, and now it's all coming out how careless it really was. When you can't have these big companies, or even if they're not so big, but high priced, suddenly drop out of the sky and hit the earth and go splat. And that's this upstart. Wow. Coinbase is a clearing firm. Coinbase clears cryptocurrency trades, lots of them. They have a lot of money under management, not under management, but just to clear. And this is what they do. And their stock price has been more than halved. It's been halved and then quartered. So serious situation. So this whole scenario today about buying things up, okay, I get it. It was tradable, but it was not sustainable. Now I'm going to drop down. Oh, forgot to say, sorry. I have been talking a lot today. Been doing a great series of workshops and trading, and got a bunch of people, and we're all trading and having fun. It's been really a good time for me. And so I still have tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday to go. But there are workshops and trading sessions, and so it's fun. In any case, the big picture, what's changed is the labeling. As I said, I'm going back to showing the actual subdivision of this intermediate degree third wave, and the subdivision of the minor third wave within it, and the subdivision of the minute wave within it, and the subdivision of the minute third wave within it. So, and then the subminute third wave within it. So it's building, but we're into that point of recognition, which is why I also changed it around. Point of recognition is like, whoa, we are going to go down. So and I don't think the 3 days that we did, yeah, it was great, but I don't think it's over. So when I break it down from the daily and go down to the hourly chart, I kind of can take a little bit different look. Now, my labeling all disappeared. I'm going to go back out to the daily and find out where's my labeling. The 1, the 2, oh, I haven't put it in. The 3's all the way to, I was like, what happened to my internal labeling? So what it is, this is the subminute third. You can see I've got it all the way. Now what happened to it? I did put it on there. The labeling is out there somewhere. Oh no, holy smokes, what am I doing? It's all the way down there. So let me see if I can find it here back on this hourly chart. It's gone. Unless I'm not seeing it, it's like should be down here. Interesting. In any case, we're subdividing now within the subminute. And if this was a 1 and this was a 2, or even if this was a 1, 2, 3 and this was a 4, that 5 should bring us down. That 5 literally should just kick butt. We should have another solid down day. And from this level to feel that we can drop 500, yeah, why not? And then I'll move that 3 back up, and then we'll get into a subminute 4 and then a subminute 5, and that's just going to finish the minute third. So it is coming through. It wasn't the easiest day to trade. I'm going to give you that, but it wasn't the most impossible, because again, I'm going to go down to the 30-minute. We're just going to show some of these internal stuff. Here we are. We reached that low yesterday afternoon at the start of Globex. We reached that low. We rally up to session highs just on our opening. So we open up, we get up there, we drop all the way down to the lows, making this look like that was it. That's all over, and we're going home for the count. And then we do this. They can make another attempt at it. That was amazing that took place. And now so if anything, what I'm going to say, this could be the small 4, 1 of 5, 2 of 5, we're in the 3 of 5, and it should just go and go and go and go and go if that's the case. We don't open for another 6 minutes, but it should just gap and it should just keep going. Buying Apple, not going to work. Buying Amazon, not going to work. Buying Google, not going to work. So everything's got to turn, it's got to go. That would be the scenario. Otherwise, we got an A, a B, and now we're going up in a C, and we're still going to end up at 26,000. Well, how about that? 12,600. That's where I think we might end up into this area, up by the 200. And it fits Fibonacci-wise as well. And again, that would be a third wave as well. Excuse me, a fifth wave as well. So either we're going to go down to finish, or we're going to go up to finish and then go down. But that's our scenario for tomorrow. We continue to have a few inflation numbers that are coming out. The biggest one coming out on Thursday, which is the jobless claims. Gives us some indication of what's going on and how things are moving. And just bear in mind, full employment is not bullish. Never has been. So if they start to hype that one up and you're going to buy it because, oh my God, more people are going back to work, does not mean that it is a great thing. Because companies aren't going to make as much money, et cetera, et cetera. But in any case, I'm thinking tomorrow, here's what we can do. We have to continue to allow for the market to move up and exceed, finally get itself above those highs. But it tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times today and failed. So I'm not putting a lot of weight on that. If we start to go back down or continue down, breaking this low, 12,170, vital and important, but it should not be a problem. It's kind of, you see the light, you reject this, and you just keep going in the other direction, which is the direction of the trend. If that occurs, then I'm looking for it to break 12,102, start heading for below 12,000. If it gets below 12,017, then we are in the clear to drop further into the 11,000s. Ultimately, 11,068 is still in play for the current decline, but it would have to be pretty big. It'd be a fifth. So I might have to, we might have to do a little stair stepping to get ourselves down to there and finish some of these extensions. So we'll go back out to the hourly, and you'll see like this would just finish the subminute 3, subminute 4, subminute 5. And then that completes subminute 3, and then we're going to get another 4 and a 5, and that completes minute 3, and then we get another 4 and a 5. That completes the minor 3, and get another 4 and a 5, and that completes the intermediate 3. So we're stair stepping now. If we can get the thirds done, we'll stair step the 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5. So that's kind of the scenario, and that does seem to play out because you can see that they keep wanting to come in here and buy this. So stair stepping fits. The downside will continue to control, at least until we're done with intermediate wave 3. So we're still in this minor third, and we still got to finish the minor third, the minor fourth, and the minor fifth to complete the intermediate third. So we have a lot of 4 5s to do. And I'm going to leave it there. Continue to follow the moving averages. They really were very helpful today on the like the 5 minute, the 2 minute. They gave a lot of great signals, particularly on the rally. It was a signal that was actually produced on low, and it carried all the way up to the high, the tertiary high, this one, before that collapse. So this rally, it was a great move, and there was a formation of a rising 3 actually, that and then the cross of the 50 and then the 200, which just gave it that extra boost. All right, I'm going to end it there. Our next update will be on Wednesday, May the 11th.